Hello students, welcome back to our video. So in the last video we discussed an example for how to prepare the bank and discount columnar cash book. So with that now we are done with all the three types of two columnar cash book. First one was cash and bank columnar cash book. Second one was cash and discount columnar cash book, and the third one was bank and discount columnar cash book. So now let's start with the new topic, that is three columnar cash book. Till now we discussed about the simple cash book, second was two columnar cash book, and now we are starting with the three columnar cash book. In this type of cash book, three columns are kept on both the sides: discount column, cash column, and the bank column. Presently, this type of cash book is more useful because cash and bank transactions and the discount received and allowed are recorded in the same structure. Discount, cash, and bank are the three columns in this type of cash book. For the discount column, discount is the income or expenses. Therefore, rule of nominal account is applicable. For the cash column, cash is an asset. Therefore, rule of real account is applicable. And at the last, for the bank column, bank is a person, and to the rule the rule of personal account is applicable for the bank column. So in three columnar cash book, discount, cash, and bank columns are kept on both the sides of the cash book, debit side as well as the credit side. Cash is an asset. Therefore, the rule of real account is applicable for making the entries. Then, for the bank column, bank is a person, so the rule of personal account is applicable, and discount received or discount allowed is expense or income for the business. Therefore, the rule of nominal account is applicable. And this type of cash book is more prevailing because in this type of cash book, three types like cash, bank, and discount, are included in one cash book. Therefore, this type of cash book is nowadays more prevailing in the market. On the receipt side of the cash book, the transactions increasing the cash or bank balance and the discount allowed are recorded. Whereas on the payment side of the cash book, the transactions reducing the cash or bank balance, that is increase in overdraft and discount received, are recorded. Now let's see the format of three columnar cash book, which includes cash and bank discount columnar cash book. So first of all, make the date column of date, then particulars, receipts, then receipt number, LF number, discount allowed column, cash amount column, and the bank amount column. Now for the credit side, again start making the date column, particulars column, that is payment column, voucher number column, LF number column, discount receipt amount column, cash amount column, and the bank amount column. On the top of the table, you have to write the DR, that is debit side, and CR, that is credit side, and the cash book of Shri, whatever name in the question it is given, that you have to mention in the on the top of the cash book. Now let's see the points which is points to be considered at the time of preparing the cash book. So there are certain points which needs to be kept in mind while preparing the three columnar cash book. So the first point is opening balance of the cash book and the bank balance are recorded on the debit side, that is on the receipt side of the cash book as balance brought forward. Let's read again. Opening balance of cash balance and the bank balance are recorded on the debit side, that is known as receipt side of the cash book as balance brought forward, whereas the bank overdraft is recorded on the credit side, that is payment side of the cash book as balance brought forward in the bank column. Then second point is all the types of cash receipt transactions are recorded on the debit side, or we can say receipt side of the cash book, and all the types of cash payments cash payment transactions are recorded on the credit side, also known as the payment side of the cash book. Then the third point is, all the types of transactions increasing bank balance or decreasing overdraft are recorded on the debit side, or we can say receipt side in the cash column, and all the types of transactions decreasing bank balance or increasing bank overdraft are recorded on the credit side, or we can say payment side in the bank column of the cash book. Then the next is, contra transactions are recorded on both the sides of the cash book. Contra transactions are recorded on both the sides of the cash book. Then the last one is, discount allowed is recorded on the debit side and discount received is recorded on the credit side of the cash book. So these are the points that you guys have to remember by preparing the cash book. Not only the 3-type columnar cash book, but also for preparing the 2-columnar cash book as well as for preparing the simple cash book. These are the points that you have to keep in mind. If you are aware of these points, then you will be easily able to do the cash book, how to prepare the cash book. It is very simple and very easy. It becomes very easy. So just remember these points for preparing the cash book. Now let's see one example for the how to prepare the 3-columnar cash book. So here one illustration 6 is given. Question says that from the following transactions prepare the 3-columnar cash book of Sri Jethalal. So in the year, these are the transactions made in the year of 2015 and in the month of July. So first of all, make the format for the 3-columnar cash book. Date, particulars, that is receipt, then receipt number, LF number, discount allowed column, cash amount column, and the bank amount column. Then draw the credit side format, that is date, particulars, payments, voucher number column, LF number column, discount received column, cash amount column, and the bank amount column. On the top of the table, show the debit side DR and show the credit side as CR. And the top of the table, write the cash book of Sri Jethalal for July 2015. So now let's start with the first transaction. 1st July. Opening cash balance of rupees 10,000 and bank overdraft of rupees 4,000. So we have already discussed that opening cash balance is shown on the debit side of the cash book, or we can say on the receipt side of the cash book as. So write the year 2015, July 1st, to balance brought forward. You have to show the opening cash balance as to balance brought forward. So cash amount, it is the cash balance. So you have to show the 10,000 amount in the cash amount column, and there is bank overdraft. So bank overdraft is recorded on the credit side of the cash book, and it is shown as by balance brought forward. So write the year 2015, July 1st, by balance brought forward. Amount is given, that is 4,000. 4,000 will be shown in the bank amount column because it is bank overdraft. Then the next transaction is 3rd July. Goods of rupees 3,000 was purchased from a year at 10% cash discount and issued check of the necessary amount. So goods was purchased from the year at 10% cash discount. So discount is provided. That means business has received the discount, and as goods are purchased, therefore money is also going out of the business, or we can say it is a bank transaction taken place, or we can say that bank balance is also decreasing. Therefore, it would be recorded on the credit side of the cash book. So write the date 3rd July by purchase account. So 10% cash discount is provided. So calculate 10% on 3,000. You will get 300. 3,000 into 10 divided by 100. You will get 300. So if you minus 300 out of 3,000, you will get 2,700. So now you got 300 as cash discount. After calculating 10% of 3000, so you have to show 300 as discount received, and if you after deducting 300 out of 3000 you will get 2700. That amount will be shown in the bank amount column, 2700. Got it? Okay. Then the next transaction is 5th July. Salary of rupees 800 and stationery of rupees 700 was paid by check. So here bank balance is also decreasing in this transaction. So obviously it would be recorded on the credit side. So write the date that is 5th of July. You have to pass the two entries, first for the salary and first for the stationery expense. So pass the by salary account. Salary that is 800 will be shown in the bank amount column, and write the again the date 5th July. By stationery expense account, 700 will also be shown in the bank amount column because it is paid through check. Then the next is 7th of July. Goods of rupees 6000 is purchased from Babita at 10% trade discount. Half of the amount paid by cash and the balance amount is paid by check. So goods was purchased from Babita at 10% trade discount. Half of the amount was paid by the cash, and balance amount is paid by the check. So first of all, goods was purchased. Therefore, obviously it would be recorded on the credit side because bank balance, or we can say cash, is going out of the business and bank balance is also decreasing. So calculate first of all 10% of 6000. So 6000 into 10 divided by 100, you will get 600. So if you minus 600 out of 6000, 600 out of 6000, you will get 1400. So, and it is also given that half of the amount is paid by cash and half of the amount is paid by check. So first of all, pass the journal entry that is 7th July by purchase account. So half of the amount, if you minus 600 out of 6000, you will get 5400. So if you now half of the amount, so you have to calculate on 50%. So 5400 into 50 divided by 100, you will get 2700. That will be written in the cash amount column as well as in the bank amount column because half of the amount is paid through check and half of the amount is paid by cash. Therefore, you have to write the 2700 in cash amount column also and 2700 in bank amount column also. Then the next transaction is 9th July, rupees 4000 was deposited in the bank. So bank balance is increasing, and it is not mentioned whether it was issued like someone gave the check and then it was deposited. No, it is not given. Only it is said that rupees 4000 is deposited in the bank. So it means that some like business like Jethalal have withdrawn the 4000 from the business cash and then deposited in the bank. So it is considered as contra transactions. So contra transactions are recorded on both the sides, you all know. So first of all, pass the entry on the debit side. So 9th July to cash account. First of all, it is deposited, therefore bank balance is increasing. How it is increasing? Because cash is deposited. So you have to write the to cash account. Then don't forget to write the C in the LF number column. Write the 4000 column in 4000 amount in the bank amount column, and then again go to the credit side, write the date 9th July by bank account because cash balance is decreasing, 4000 is withdrawn, therefore 4000 will be shown in the cash amount column, and don't forget to write the C in the LF number column. Got it? By bank account 4000 in the cash amount column. Then the next transaction is 10th July. Check of rupees 6000 is issued to Popatlal towards the full settlement of the account of the 6050. So check was given to Popatlal. Popatlal like the Jethalal had to pay rupees 6,050, but Jethalal pays only 6,000. So if you can see that if you minus 6,050 out of 6,000, you will get 50 as a difference. So that 50 is considered as discount received by Jethalal. Got it? So obviously check is issued to Popatlar, therefore bank balance is decreasing. Issued means given to Popatlar, so it will be shown on the credit side. So write the date, that is 10th July by Popatlar's account. You have to write the 50, show the 50 rupees at discount received, and 6,000 will be shown in the bank amount column. Then the next is 12th July. Atmaram has given rupees 6,000 cash and check of rupees 4,000, which is deposited in the bank towards the amount payable of 10,070. So Atmaram gave the check of rupees 6,000 cash. Atmaram gave 6,000 cash and check of rupees 4,000, which is deposited in bank towards the amount of payable. Okay. So first of all, make the cash entry. So cash is coming in the business, therefore it would be recorded on the debit side. So write the date 12th July to Atmaram's account. 6,000 is cash is received, so write the cash. And now check is also received by the business, so bank balance is also decreasing. So in the same journal entry you have to also write the bank amount column 4,000, but the total settlement was 10,700, but Atmaram gives the check only of rupees 4,000. So if you minus 4,000 out of 10,070, you will get 6,000 plus 4,000 becomes 10,000. So you have to first of all add the 6,000 plus 4,000, and then it will become 10,000. So 10,000 minus 10,070. 70 is the difference. So that 70 is considered as discount allowed to Atmaram. Got it? Okay. Then the next is 14th July. Check of rupees 5,000 is received from Sundar towards the payment of an old debt which is deposited in the bank. So bank balance is also increasing in this transaction, so it will be recorded on the debit side. So write the 14th July to Sundar's account. Sundar is given the check of rupees 5,000. That's why you have to write the 5,000 in the bank amount column. Then next is 19th July, rupees 3,000 cash paid towards the income tax of Jethalal. So cash is going out of business, so it will be recorded on the credit side. 19th July by drawings account. By drawings account, because income tax of Jethalal, so it is considered as personally it was paid personal cash, so it is considered as drawings. So by drawings account 3,000 will be shown in the cash amount column. Then next is 28th July. Check of Sundar is dishonored. So dishonored means bank balance is decreasing, so it will be recorded on the credit side. So write the date 20 July by Sundar's account, check dishonored. Sundar in the above transaction, Sundar gave the check of rupees 5,000. So you have to write the 5,000 in the bank amount column as check dishonored. The next transaction is 22 July. So 50 paisa dividend received from the receiver of Sundar. So cash is coming in the business. So write the date 22 July to Sundar's account. Amount is 2,500. How 2,500? 50 paisa dividend received from receiver of Sundar. Yes, so you have to calculate. Sundar had given 5,000 check, so you have to calculate that 50 paisa. So you will get 2,500. That amount will be shown in the bank amount column. Then the next is 28th July. Goods of rupees 10,000 is sold to Tipendra at 10% cash discount for 60% of the amount check is received, which is deposited, and remaining amount is received in cash. So like 50%, here 60% of the amount is received through check, and remaining amount is received in cash. So first of all, goods is sold, so it will be recorded on the debit side. So write the date 28th July to sales account. So first of all, calculate the 10% cash discount. You will get 1000. That will be shown as discount allowed column. Then for the, if you minus 1000 out of 10,000, you will get 1000 out of 10,000. You will get 1900. Sorry, 9,000. So out of 9,000, 60%. So calculate 9,000 into 60%. You will get 5,400. So that 5,400 is received through check. Therefore, that amount will be written in the bank amount column. And the remaining amount, how to calculate the remaining amount? So out of 9,000, 5,400 is paid through check. So remaining, if you minus 5,400 out of 9,000, it remains 3,600. So that amount is received in cash. So that amount will be shown in the cash amount column, 3,600. Got it? And the last transaction is 31st July. After keeping cash on hand of rupees 2,000, remaining amount is deposited in the bank. So this is again the contra transactions. So write the 31st July to cash account. C, don't forget to write the C and Aleph number column, 7,900. And 31st July by bank account, C, don't forget to write C100, 7,900 in the cash amount column because it is withdrawn. Got it? This is the contra transactions. After keeping cash on, this transaction is talking about the 28th July, the transaction which had taken place on 28th July. So you have to calculate first 9,000. So out of 9,000, 2,000 was kept in hand, like cash, like they have kept in separately out of. So it would, the remaining amount, that is 7,900. So that amount was deposited in the bank. Got it? That's why the amount here is 7,900. So with this, now we are done with the illustration 6 because we have passed all the entries and you all know how to total it at the last. First of all, you have to total the discount allowed column and discount received column as it is. No changes. But for the cash amount and the bank amount, you all know, first of all, calculate total the cash amount column of debit side and the credit side. See, whichever total is higher, that total will be written on both the sides of the cash amount column. Then whichever total was lower, then that total will be minused from the higher total. Then you will get the difference that will be shown as 31st July by balance carried forward. Same way you have to calculate like the bank amount column. And in the cross, you have to write the 2015 August 1st to balance brought forward. 2,000 for the cash amount column and the 6,900 for the bank amount column. So with this, now we are done with the illustration 6. So if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to comment below the video. Thank you.